was just making sure I was on. Hello there. I am your Demon King of Heretics, Ahriman le Méchant! And I have noticed VTube Studio broke, so I am just using my PNG for today. Or maybe this one. Let's hide that. Hello, it's Mimomon, guys. It's Mimomon. Let's go. All right, how's everybody doing today? I am doing okay. I have had three opening shifts in a week. Well, in a row actually. So I am absolutely tired. And we're not stopping the opening train anytime soon. So, at the end of the stream, I'll ask you guys how you feel about changing the stream times. Because for right now, mornings aren't going to be the best time for me to stream anymore. Like, the key holders we have right now at the store are not trained to open. So until they are trained to open, which will be probably a while, I'm going to have to be the one that opens. So, yeah, so I'm stuck opening most of the time. And, oh, newsflash, I'm an assistant manager now. So, that kind of, you know... That kind of makes things go a little bit wonky because I have to work more now. So there's that. Give me just... There we go. And we're good. You know, let me just ping everybody on the Chateau server. Because people are going to be paying attention. There we go. And we are good. Alright, so we are nearly at the end of Please Be Happy. I don't think we're going to be finishing today, but hey, who knows? Who knows? Not me. Certainly not me. I don't know anything. I'm not paid to know anything. Oh, did I accidentally choose something? Where am I? What have I picked? I see. Oh, okay, so we're back at chapter 2. Okay. Load. Right then. Yeah, okay. There we go. Is this where we left off? July 12th? Yep. Oh, hey Jay, how's it going? Yep. Konbanwa. I'm not surprised when Aspen doesn't show up for breakfast. Before I fell asleep, she mentioned that she was feeling nervous about her meeting and expected to be up for a while, and that she'd probably sleep in. I offered to stay up with her, but she declined, saying she'd rather use the time to prepare. Her spot at the table is conspicuously empty as Juliet and I eat together, but I'm sure she'll show up eventually. I keep an eye on my phone for any messages from her, even as Juliet and I clean up and start our days, but I don't hear anything from Aspen. The library gradually gets livelier, and I have my hands full restocking shelves and filling out papers. Finally, some familiar face... Fuck. Oh? Ari reading VNs and folding laundry. My favorite. Right? What sort of laundry you folding? It's fine. I can hear the three kids before I can see them, their voice only getting louder when Armand pushes the front door open and holds it up for the other two. Cello enters first, followed by Pippa, who has arms wrapped tightly around a box. They've come in every day since we visited the Bell House, so Pippa and Armand still remember me. Nunya! Wow, how exotic! And Armand still remember me. I didn't explain my magic to them. They just chose to work up here. That made me go! How long did you yawn, Cello? God! Cello can't help but yawns as she greets me. Morning. Yeah. Uh-huh. I see. Yeah. Even Cello seems too tired to put up with her friends bickering today. They both huff, but stop arguing. Oh? Uh-huh. Hey! Oh, God. Oh boy. I'm glad I'm getting all the tiredness out today because tomorrow would be a little boring if I was this low energy. Because I have an announcement later. Huh. Okay. All three of them go to find a table where they could set up, and I pull out my phone to give Aspen a call. It rings for a long time, and I'm about to hang up when I finally hear the line click. Oh. Aspen! 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 Hello. Oh my god, Aspen sounds so EP. Oh my god. Her voice is so groggy that she was clearly still asleep. Early? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a rustling sound, and then I can hear her groan. Oh. Why am I EP too? I guess that's just what happens when you stream after work and stuff. Okay. I hang up and then go let the students know what's going on. They wander around the library to entertain themselves while we wait. Aspen! 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 Finally, the library door opens and Aspen enters, still looking half asleep. She manages to stumble in my direction, and I greet her with a big hug. From their chosen spot, the three kids, he Aspen and out. I fucking am. It's been like 2 weeks since I've seen Aspen. You gotta give me a little bit of a break here. I missed Aspen. I missed my bookworm wife. My bookworm wife. Wife spin. Wife spin. Oh, I accidentally drilled there a little bit. Oh, there we go. She grumbles quietly enough that I can only hear her. Well, that only I can hear her. He's had aspenium withdrawal. Yeah. She grumbles quietly enough that only I can hear her, but she puts on a smile as we go over to the table. Wow, we're all EP. Also, now that we've seen them like compared in the heights, they're tiny. They're so tiny. Despite her exhaustion, Aspen manages to use her customer service voice and seems genuinely excited for them. Oh. Pippa nods. Armand reaches for it, but Pippa pulls the box out of his way. She carefully unfolds the flaps and reaches in, lifting out their project. Both Aspen and I gasp as we see it. It's a tiny version of the bell house, about the size of a shoebox. The walls look like they're made out of cardboard or some other material, and the tables and chairs inside are made of clay. Even the stretch of road outside the cafe is included, with the benches and flags and everything else. The smell of fresh paint emanates from the display, along with the glue and other craft supplies. Ooh. Although Pippa sounds gruff as always, I can see her blush before she tries to hide her face. Aspen kneels down to get a better look, inspecting all the little details. Aww. Well, she has a point. I do admit she has a point. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Have we been without desktop audio this entire time? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, that's fixed now at least.
The plants too. Great job, everybody.
Cello and Armand beam at the praise, and even Pippa manages a small smile.
Thanks for letting us spend time there.
And for all the coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
Of course. I remember the stress of homework and group projects very well. At least your group actually works together, instead of leaving it all for one person.
Yeah, you got some trauma you want to unload there, Aspen? Although, jokes aside, I probably should get some coffee after stream. I am so eepy.
That's right.
Cello hastily answers, shooting Pippa a look before she can try to challenge that. What'd she say?
Thank you as well, Ms. Miho. We would have never found out about the Bell House if you didn't take us there.
No problem.
Prob, I'll take any excuse I can to go there.
Miho, whew! I just got out of bed to support my boy and get some chores done. Hey, I applaud you for getting chores done and watching me. Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now that somebody's here, how do you feel about evenings being our new stream time? Procrastination is ours? Fucking tell me about it, man. Yeah. Cause oh yeah, announcement. I got promoted to assistant manager. So work is gonna be a little bit of a bitch. Plus, none of our key holders are trained to open the store. So I pretty much am the only one opening. That means the time off I get is gonna be a little bit. The days off I get are gonna be few and far between, and the days I do have work are probably going to be mornings. I'm gonna be working mornings, so if I want to stream, if I want to stream on a day I have work, it's gonna have to be an evening stream. So something closer to this time. I think it might be a little more flexible. Okay. It seems like the evening streams do better, anyways. Like more people are awake and stuff. So I might actually start doing a few more. Plus, any viewers that come in from elsewhere can also watch as a reasonable yet later time. Yeah, I'm starting to see why people actually like stream at night. I'm starting to see why. But yeah, no. Lots more people come when I stream in the evening, so that's fun. Or actually, no, it's more like afternoon, evening sort of space. Yeah, it's closer to the afternoon than evening, but it's still sort of evening. Like the sun's going down a little bit. I'm rambling. Yeah. I'll leave the announcement. I'll leave the. I'm just here to like. Hi, Double Red. Hope you're having a good day. I don't mind. As long as you're having fun. Or getting stuff done. Or anything. Or anything. I'm glad you're here. Also, I don't think... We've been here before!
True, I speak from
Oh.
experience.
Oh, okay. We're continuing the video, I guess.
Hey, you're one of those excuses too.
Miho!
Oh, I'm the excuse, am I? So it's the free drinks you're really visiting for?
Only sometimes.
At least you're honest, Miho!
Sometimes you still make me pay.
Of course she does! She works there!
Sounds like it should be always from here on out.
I'm mostly playing Street Fighter 5 on my PC. Blessed phone man. Phone man? Is the audio quality that bad? I swear to God, this microphone, I swear. We both stare at each other for a second before slipping into laughter. It manages to push some of the tiredness out of Aspen's eyes. We chat with the kids for a while longer. It's good, TBH. Okay. We chat with the kids for a little while longer, swapping stories about Wellington and Amarina until it's finally time for them to pack up and get going. Aspen helps Pippa carefully return their project to the box and closes it up. Then all 5 of us head outside.
Thanks again for all your help.
No problem.
Yeah, it was really nice meeting you. I hope we can come back to Wellington again sometime.
Me too.
Me too, yeah. It's bittersweet to think that after this time tomorrow, those 2 will have forgotten about me. I'm glad they'll remember Aspen, though, and the Bell House, of course.
Yes. I wish we could stay longer, but I also miss home. It's kind of funny. I wasn't sure if I'd miss Amarina or not before we left, but now I definitely do. Funny
Oh,
how
hi, Louise. How's it going?
that's right.
Been a while, huh? Sorry I'm late. No worries. I also started playing Dead Cells via library sharing, and holy hell, I love it. Yeah, Dead Cells is really fun. I'll have to think about playing it again sometime. Maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
Take care, all of you. Always welcome to the Bell House again.
We'll definitely come back if we can.
Her 2 friends nod. Armand stoops down to pick up the box. I notice Pippa tense up, but she doesn't stop him. Have you played Starbound? I actually have that in my library right now. I have been thinking about playing it. I'll have to look at it. I'll have to look at it a bit more and figure out how it'll fit in my schedule.
Be careful.
Be careful. Yeah. Yeah, Armand. Be careful.
I will. Okay, time to go. Goodbye, and thank you again.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
You know, at times I am very, very surprised at how in sync I am with Miho. It's almost like I'm designed after her. Wow! With the final wave, we seen them off until they've gone down the path and disappeared from sight. Once they're gone, Aspen slouches, sighing and yawning.
That was nice. I hope they get a good grade on their project.
Same here.
They better. It looks really good. Are you gonna be alright, though? You seem like you're about to fall over.
I mean, both of you being airheads. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still thinking about the record lines with one brain cell thing. That's a... honestly, I can kind of see it. I can see it.
I'm fine. It was nice to have the distraction for a bit. Now all I have left to do is wait for this evening.
Go in? Or are you gonna wait at home?
I'd rather wait with you, if that's okay.
Aww.
Of course.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Aspen holds out her hand, and I take it. Together, we step back into the library and wait for the appointed hour to arrive. The appointed hour? The appointed hour! Now, hold on. Ari's a sleep-deprived airhead. I mean, yeah, Yeah, is this breaking news? Well, I wouldn't call myself sleep deprived, just overworked, you know? I sit on a bench with a book in my lap, pretending to read. In reality, I'm not even trying. I'm watching the plaza across from me, where Aspen sits at a table alone. I offered to sit with her, but she declined, saying this was something she needed to do alone. Still, she knows I'm watching, even if I'm too far to hear. Damn, so it's just me. Sad. Eh? What do you mean? Eh? I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm lost. Pulling my phone out of my pocket, I slowly type a message wishing Aspen good luck and send it. From a distance, I see her check her phone, and an instant later receive a few heart emojis in response. Oh my god, it's so... Oh! Oh, they did it! Oh! Hold on a second. There we go. Just then, a stranger approaches her, and the two of them talk for a second before Aspen jumps up to shake their hand. Then they both sit back down, and Aspen scoots her chair in closer. They chat for a long while, enough for the waitress to come out and refill their drinks several times. From what I can tell, it looks like the agent is doing most of the talking, and Aspen is mostly listening. Even from behind, I can tell when she's saying something because of the way she sits up and starts to move about animatedly. After a while, the agent opens their briefcase and passes some papers to Aspen, who stares at them. The agent stands, and a few seconds later, Aspen does too. They shake hands a second time before the agent pays their bills and leaves. Aspen lingering at the table. When a couple more minutes pass by and she still doesn't move, I get up and go to her instead.
Hey, you.
Hey! Startled, Aspen looks around before looking up to see me.
Oh, Miho. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just...
That's alright. I don't mind. How'd it go?
The fact that I have to ask means I already know the answer. If it had gone at Hope, then I'm sure Aspen would be out of her seat jumping for joy.
It went... fine, I think.
You think?
Yeah. Shall we head back to the library? It's rather hot, isn't it?
Oh god damn it, it's hot here too! No!
Let's go.
There's no escape from this weather! No! Sorry, alright, gotta go. Have fun. Okay, have fun, Jay. It's not hot at all. In fact, it's downright pleasant. But I'm sure that's not the real reason she wants to get out of here. I lead the way, and although Aspen never lets go of my hand, she doesn't say anything either. The library still has a few guests in it when we get there, but we pass them by and head to the dining room instead, only to find it's already occupied. Hello, Juliet. Hi, Juliet. Juliet has papers of her own spread out on the table, but she sweeps them together and tucks them away as she greets us.
Hey!
Hey! Still silent, Aspen distractedly sits down, already pulling out the packet the agent gave her to examine. Juliet gives me a questioning look, and I offer a tiny shrug in response. I assume we're going to find out what's on Aspen's mind soon. There are two parts to the packet. The first one is huge, almost as thick as a book. It must be the copy of the manuscript Aspen sent in. The second one is much smaller, but still lengthy. And that's the one Aspen focuses on. She reads over the document, which has to be at least a dozen pages long, if not more. Even worse, the printed words are really tiny. Finally, she puts both bundles into her bag, chewing her lip before speaking.
I think I can do this.
Oh? You can do this. Yeah, you can do this.
Do what?
Oh? Aspen snaps her attention to me, like she's just noticed she's not alone.
Oh,
Oh?
I'm sorry. I spaced out.
Yeah, we could tell.
Yeah.
It's quite all right. It's clear you have a lot to think about.
Well, hopefully I've got most of the thinking out of the way.
Uh-huh. She slumps back, shoulders rising and falling as she sighs.
They said it needs a lot of work, which is understandable. I already knew that from all the rejection notices.
Uh-huh.
I hadn't realized the scope of the issues, but fortunately they did. When I saw all the markups, I was taken aback at first.
Oh, they marked it up, okay.
It made sense when I thought about it, though. They're a publisher for a reason, and as a first-time author, I want a publisher for a reason. So it needs a lot of work. A lot of rewriting, really. But they encouraged me to fix it up and then resubmit. They asked me to make my decision by Halloween, so I have a few weeks to think it over. But I think I'd be a fool not to do it, right?
I love the way she just looks around. Aspen looks at Juliet and me in turn, and then from her knitted brows and small frown, I can tell Juliet is thinking the same thing as I am.
You don't sound convinced.
Uh-huh.
It's a big decision. Surely you don't need to make it right away. Why not take advantage of the time they gave you to think about it?
I don't have to decide right now. But if I just let myself think about it too long, I'll never do anything.
Yeah, that's sort of how things go.
I've learned that the hard way.
Besides, her voice drops and face falls.
There may not be another chance.
Huh? I follow her gaze. Tucked into her bag near where the papers from the agent were stuffed, I can see the corners of several more empty envelopes. More for Aspen's collection. She catches me looking and nudges the bag foot with her shut with her foot.
I suppose you're right, though. I should give it a bit more thought. It can wait until after the weekend.
Oh, oops. Relieved, Juliet nods.
I think that's a wise idea.
We spend the rest of the evening together, chatting and having a good time. None of us mention writing or Aspen's book again, including her. Still, there's something in the way she laughs and, well, she talks and laughs, like she's only half listening. I'd hoped that our meeting would make Aspen feel better and relax again, the way she was on her date at the gardens. Instead, it seems like it's done the opposite. It's hard to see her struggle, and I wish there was something I could do, but I'm the least qualified person to give Aspen advice on something like this. I don't know anything about books or writing or publishers. I do know how important writing is to her, and how many of her dreams revolve around it. I know how hard she's worked, and will keep working. No matter what, I also know that it's something she'll have to decide for herself, with or without advice from Juliet or me. Of course, I'll support Aspen no matter what she chooses. I just hope that whatever decision she makes, she won't end up regretting it later. By the time Aspen has to head home, she's perked up a little bit, but not enough to make me stop worrying about her. Still, she says goodbye with a kiss and a smile, and a promise to come by in the morning. Right now, that'll have to be good enough for me. Oh, what's going on? Hello? Is it map time? Oh no, it is not map time. On Saturday morning, I wake up around my usual time, but linger in bed for a while. I can hear the distant sounds of Aspen and Juliet having an animated conversation. Aspen laughs, and then Juliet laughs. I don't know what they're laughing about, but I smile too. I just like hearing my girlfriend laugh, after all. No matter what kind of troubles are weighing on her mind. If she's able to laugh despite everything, then that's a win in my book. Aside from a couple hasty meals, it's been a while since the two of them has really gotten to spend much time together. Sometimes, it's easy to forget that they've known each other longer than they've known me. Outside, it's shaping up to be another beautiful day. There are clouds, but none of them are rain clouds. The trees and grass sway in a gentle breeze beyond my window. I've had more beautiful days here than I can count. Even Wellington weather isn't as bad. Even Wellington weather at its worst isn't so bad from indoors. I open my window, enjoying the morning air as I freshen myself up too. Making my way silently to the kitchen, I pause just out of sight and listen.
I've given it lots of thought.
Uh-huh.
I have, but I still can't decide. Regina really wants me to take it, of course, but...
But there are good and bad parts of both.
Exactly. I feel like... I'm not sure who to compare it to.
No need to compare. I understand what you mean.
Oh? For a little while longer, I stay where I am, unseen. Not because I want to eavesdrop or spy on Aspen and Juliet, but because I don't want to interrupt them. I just want to let them talk. Maybe I'll do just that. Hearing Aspen express some of her worries, and hearing Juliet offer words of encouragement, reminds me of some of my earliest days here. Both of them changed their lives around to include me, which is something I'll always be grateful for. Still, I should give them a chance to spend more time with just each other. Not because I feel unwelcome, but because that really hasn't happened since I arrived. Eventually, there's a moment of silence followed by the sound of a cup being set on the table. I choose this time to make my entrance.
Ah, there you are.
Good morning, Miho.
Good morning, Miho.
Morning.
Good morning! I go into the kitchen and grab a piece of toast and an apple, but I don't sit down.
Sleep well.
Sure did. Now that I'm up, though, I think I'm gonna go for a walk.
Oh?
This early? Well, it was quite nice on my way up here.
Oh wait, are we already at that part?
Morning walks all the time, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
You couldn't have picked a better day, it seems. Enjoy yourself then, Miho.
Thanks!
I will. See you when I'm back.
For good measure, I wrap a couple more slices of toast in a paper towel and put them in one of my deep pockets, along with another apple and some packs of jam. I wave goodbye before I leave, and then I head back to my room to get dressed before stepping outside towards the road. Oh, we're at this part again. Munching on my breakfast as I walk, I hum a song to myself that I heard on TV. I go in the direction of the ocean, same as usual. My days of aimless wandering really have decreased. I actually have places to go now and people to see. A day without any plans is a luxury. I wonder how Chongyin chose where to go on their travels. What first brought them to my forest all those years ago? Was it on a whim? Or was there something in particular they were searching for? If there was, I hope they found it. I would have loved to ask. Would have loved to tell them all about Aspen and Juliet. More than anything, though, I wish I could have thanked them. Our time together was short, even by human standards, but it still meant everything to me. I take myself to Mount Victoria and start the familiar climb, but before I get to the top, I stop. It's only been a couple of days since I last came here and saw Silver. Trying to visit her again so soon might be pushing my luck, but then again, so is trying to visit her at all. The lukewarm toast and apple in my pocket aren't much, but if she lives anything like I did, she'll probably still appreciate them. Even if she doesn't say it. Instead of transforming, I stay on 2 feet, heading in the same direction I went last time. I'm not too concerned about finding her. If she wants to be found, she will be. Keeping my eyes and ears peeled, I watch for a glint of silver fur or the sound of a snapping branch. Oh, there she is. When I finally spot her, it's purely by accident. Once again, she's in her human form, rather than fox. With her back to me, she kneels at the edge of a patch of grass, attention focused on something I can't see. She doesn't move as I approach, although I'm sure she knows I'm there.
Be careful.
Be careful! I halt, still a few feet away. At least she didn't call me a dog.
What is it?
I approach delicately, scanning the ground before every step. Finally, I arrive behind her and look down to find my answer. Oh, bird. A bird, about the size of my hands, lies on its side in the grass. It's alive, but clearly injured.
What happened to it?
This one was blown from its perch in the tree. For whatever reason, it was too weak to fly. Now, its leg is broken. It won't be long until it dies.
Looking down, I see that Silver's right about its injury. It struggles to flap its wings, but it can't even push itself into a standing position.
Poor thing.
I kneel down beside Silver. She scoffs.
It is beyond help. Such is nature's way. I simply thought to put it out of its misery.
Burp. Yeah, it's burp.
Didn't though.
Silence. Before doing anything else, I reach into my pocket and pull out the fruit I brought with me, holding it out towards Silver.
Here, I brought you this.
She looks at it, but doesn't make any move to accept.
What is this? Poison?
It's an apple and some toast. It's not poisoned. I ate some myself. Ooh, and this.
I have to dig all the way down to the bottom to find the little pack.
Grape jelly.
Grape jelly. I love the delivery on that. Silver stares incredulously, like I'm trying to give her, well, poison or something. I set the food down by her knees and turn my attention back to the bird.
Let's get you some help, birdie.
I cup my fingers together and reach for the bird, which finally gets a reaction from Silver.
What are you doing?
Her voice is sharp like a knife.
I'm going to take this guy back home.
I may not know what to do, but I'm sure Juliet or Aspen will. It's better than just leaving it out here to die.
Why? It's weak. Even were it to survive today, it's only a matter of time before something else claims its life.
So what? I'm sure that time still matters to it. Both of us can relate, right?
As gently as I can, I slide my hands around the struggling bird and scoop up the poor little thing. Its beady eyes look around frantically, and I can feel its tiny heart pounding in its tiny chest. I start heading back towards the library as fast as I can. Before I get very far, there's a noise from behind me, and I look back to see Silver following me. An empty paper towel dangles from her hand. Smiling to myself, I keep walking. When I step from the woods back onto the path, I expect Silver to have disappeared. Instead, she takes a few cautious steps out, looking left and right as if a car might come barreling down the mountain. Avoiding my eyes, she walks past me and keeps going, like she was planning to do this anyways. When we reach the base of Mount Victoria, she's a few meters ahead of me, and I clear my throat loudly to get her attention.
It's this way.
She stomps after me, annoyed at Wellington for its geography or something. Her clothes, which are clearly meant to help her sneak around at night, stand out like a sore thumb in the morning sun. They must also be hot as hell. If either of those things bother her, she doesn't let herself show it. I curl my fingers to shade the bird as much as I can. It seems to have calmed down a little, but that's probably more from exhaustion than anything. When we reach the library, Silver trails far behind. I wait at the entrance, not sure if she's coming or not. I don't ask. She'll do what she wants either way. After a moment, she walks up the hill and joins me. I simply nod in acknowledgement before I push open the door with my shoulder, Silver behind me like a shadow. Within seconds, Aspen pops her head out from the dining room.
Ah, Miho, we were just...
I want to hear that again! I want to hear that again!
Ah, Miho, we were just...
What?
Ah, Miho, we were just...
What? Choking in surprise, Aspen's eyes go wide as a saucer as she notices my companion. What? What? She disappears from sight, and I can only imagine what she's saying to Juliet right now. Behind me, Silver looks around in curious awe, although she stops when she notices me watching. I jerk my head towards the dining room and head in. Both Aspen and Juliet are there waiting, trying to appear casual. But by the way they're both silently staring at the entrance, I'm sure it's just an act.
This is Silver.
She nods at the ground and says nothing, displaying none of her usual venom or drama. It feels as if she's hiding behind me, which is something I wouldn't have expected her pride to allow.
It's quite nice to meet you, Silver.
Charmed.
Charmed! None of them know what to say. I can't blame them. Fortunately, there's something more important to talk about.
We came back here because we need some help. Or at least this guy does.
I uncurl my fingers and tilt my hands for Aspen and Juliet to see. I doubt either of them even noticed I was carrying something. They both lean in to see.
What's this?
The bird starts to struggle again, probably because of how many more people are suddenly staring at it.
Ah, his leg. I'll be right back.
Peering at the little bird, it doesn't take Juliet more than a second to see what's wrong. She hurriedly departs for the stairs, moving right past Silver without a glance. Silver lurches to the side to get out of her way all the same. Aspen grabs one of the dish rags and folds it up to make a small square, and then sets that on the table.
Here, why don't you put him down on this? I read that it's best to put him in a box or somewhere enclosed, but this will do for now.
Huh. I gently lower the bird onto the makeshift cushion. Its eyes still dart around, but it doesn't struggle as much. I sigh with relief at being able to unfold my hands, shaking and stretching them out before washing them several times. Juliet returns with her phone in one hand and a small cardboard box in the other. Using a kitchen knife, she cuts a few holes in the side of the box and then puts it aside.
Miho, will you help me move him?
She takes 2 corners of the rag and I grab the other 2, and we carefully lift it over the box and then set it down inside.
Do you think it'll be okay?
I keep my voice at a whisper. Even though the bird can't understand our words, I still don't want it to hear.
I hope so. If not for you, it certainly wouldn't have a chance. I've contacted someone who will be able to provide better assistance than we can. She should be here shortly.
Is it a vet?
No, a contact at the nature preserve. She's rescued quite a few unfortunate creatures like our friend here.
Oh, yay!
I've never heard of a nature preserve before. What's that?
It's a conservation area on the north side of town. They have a bunch of protected land where they rehabilitate injured animals or ones that can't survive in the wild. I used to go there on class trips sometimes. One time we had a sleepover there, and I saw a kiwi.
What, the bird or the people? She smiles fondly as she recalls the memory.
Whoa. I didn't know a place like that existed.
It's far from the only one. There are dozens more in New Zealand alone, of all different sizes.
Yeah. Looking at the box on the table, I can't help but feel a little bad for our friend. He's probably never going to see his home on Mount Victoria again, and he doesn't even get a say in it. But where he's going doesn't sound half bad. Like Juliet said, he probably wouldn't have even survived if he'd been left on his own. If not for me and for...
Silver?
Silver? Where's Silver? I only now realized that she's gone.
Oh, I didn't even notice her leave.
She's like that.
Yeah. I go out into the hallway, looking up the stairs and around the room for her. The front door is open, but only a crack. Something's keeping it from closing. Walking over, I spot something on the floor, jammed between the door and the wall. It's the gnawed core of an apple, wrapped in a breadcrumb-covered paper towel. Laughing, I pick it up and throw it in the trash, letting the door shut behind me. In the dining room, Aspen and Juliet are both seated again. It's far past Juliet's bedtime, but she looks as awake and alert as I've ever seen her. I sit down too, waiting for the question that I know is coming. It doesn't take Aspen more than 2 seconds.
So, who exactly was that? Obviously she was a Gumiho, but...
I take a deep breath and try to think of where to begin.
It's a long story.
You know that's my favorite kind.
Yeah? Nodding, I finally settle on where to start.
She used to be a fox, just like me.
Ah. Oh, so that's where we're starting. When bedtime rolls around in the evening, I'm more than ready for it. Climbing over my bed to reach the window, I pause for a moment to enjoy the breeze. I've kept it open all day. As I reach up to pull it shut, the wind intensifies for just a moment. The flowers on my desk shake, and my scroll rolls off the edge and onto the floor. I slide the window closed with a dull thud, and then pick up the fallen parchment. It's been a while since I've opened it, but I still know every crease and rough edge by heart. Unfolding it, I stare at the familiar but unfamiliar scrawlings. What would that guide at the museum exhibit have thought if they saw my scroll? Could they have read it? Well, they probably would have thought I stole it from somewhere. No matter what it says, I probably got more use out of it than Chongi ever expected. What kind of a person it gives a scroll to a fox? Then again, that was probably what made them so special. My phone buzzes, and I set the scroll back down as I see Aspen's picture appear.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, you weren't in bed yet?
Hey, girly!
Nah, not yet. Soon, though.
Well, I won't keep you up. I just wanted to say goodnight again. And that I love you.
I love you too. But I don't mind staying up. Is everything okay?
I can hear the sounds of Aspen's blankets, and an annoyed meow as she moves around on the other end.
Yeah, I'm fine. I couldn't fall asleep. Thinking about all the editing I have ahead of me. Today was nice, though. I'm glad I got to see you and Juliet. And Silver.
And so
Too. And the bird.
and the bird. Aspen laughs.
Right, and the bird.
Earlier, I told her and Juliet about the other times that I had met Silver, and some of what I learned about magic. I kept the details of her past secret, though. It isn't mine to talk about.
I'm sure he's very glad he met the two of you as well.
Yeah, well, I couldn't just leave it there. Even if it can't have a normal bird life or live in the forest, at least it's got someone to take care of it now. I didn't really do that much.
You did plenty. Many people would have left him to die, if they even noticed him at all.
Maybe. Yeah.
I also didn't tell her and Juliet about how Silver thought we should just abandon him, too. The reason I gave Silver for why I couldn't do that was true, although I can't blame her for not believing me or understanding. Someone saved my life, too, but Silver was chosen to die.
I thought that it should have a chance too. Even though it's just a bird, it's still alive. I'm sure people would have said I'm just a fox before. I didn't even know how to help it. I just hoped you or Juliet would. That was really the lucky part. That and Juliet knowing someone else to contact. It took a lot of people to save that bird, huh?
Even Silver, in her own weird way. I think she was glad it survived, too. There's no response from the other end, although the call is still going. Just a faint sound.
Aspen?
I listen to the noise for a second and realize it's her breath. She's already fallen asleep. She's adorable! Smiling, I leave the call running as I set my phone next to my pillow and lay down. After a few seconds, the screen turns off, Aspen's photo disappearing as well.
Sleep tight.
2 weeks later. Yeah? What's going on? What's going on?
Okay, you can open your eyes.
Oh well? I take my hands off my face and look around. Aspen's apartment doesn't seem any different from usual, aside from being a bit untidy. But she stands there in front of me, beaming, with her hands behind her back.
Maybe it's a little silly to celebrate a 1-month anniversary.
Oh, it's been 1 month.
But I have a gift for you.
Oh?
A gift?
A gift! Aspen laughs and steps closer to me.
Yes. Although it's kind of a gift for both of us.
Uh-huh. Slowly, she brings her hands around and reveals what she was hiding. It's a stack of papers, too small to be her manuscript, but similar. She turns the stack so I can see the front page, which only has a few words written on it. Short enough that I can sound them out.
The Fox and the Grove.
Oh?
Yes. The title was supposed to be a placeholder, but I rather like it.
What?
It's a new story that I wrote. You can probably guess what it's about.
Oh. I flipped through the pages. There's only text on one side and a lot of blank space. Still, just holding and looking at this present makes my heart swell.
I can't believe you already wrote a new book.
It's much shorter than my novel. More like a kid's book than anything.
Still, that's amazing. I didn't even know you were working on this.
Huh.
That's because it was supposed to be a surprise, silly.
Oh my god, you...
Just working on all these changes to my novel. I needed something that I could write on the side for fun.
Huh.
No wonder you've been so tired all the time. You've been working on 2 things at once.
It's fine. I'm fine. Once I'm done with the edits, everything will be back to normal. Spending time on this felt like a treat.
With a bright smile that doesn't quite hide the bags under her eyes, I wish I could believe Aspen when she says that she's fine.
I only have a couple more days before I have to send in my revisions anyway. So by next week I'll be able to relax again.
Woo! The area around her desk is messy, more than the rest of her apartment. Aside from her laptop and notebooks spread across it, there are empty coffee cups, loose sheets of paper, and wrappers from fast food and frozen meals. Oh, frozen meals. That's an idea. The covers on her bed are unmade, revealing the shoebox that is hidden underneath it. The lid is bulging with how many letters stuffed into it. Noticing my stare, Aspen zips over to the bed and pulls the sheets down to hide the box, kicking some clothes and other stuff on the floor under the bed too.
Anyway, here, for you.
Frozen meals. I love you. I love you too! I take the papers as gently as I can and hold them close to my heart as I lean in to kiss Aspen.
I love you too.
Ah! Like always, the moment is way too short. But Aspen's smile looks brighter and more real than when we part.
Go ahead and make yourself at home. I need to take care of the cats and do all my other after-work chores.
Okay. Let me know if you need any help.
Of course.
Another kiss on the cheek, and then she's off. Oh, look at that smile, guys! Ah! On one hand, it's hard to believe that we've already been dating for a month. On the other, it's hard to believe that it's only been a month. It feels like ages since we said goodbye at the bus station. I've had that feeling several times since coming to Wellington, where the days feel like they either rush by or drag on. Either way, they've passed, and I've been here for almost 4 months now. Ah, balls! Log. Ah, Either way, they've passed, and I've been here for almost 4 months now. It's not the longest I've lived in one place, but I'm sure that has at some point. It's not the longest I've lived in one place, but I'm sure at some point I'll pass my record. I kick off my shoes and lay back on the bed, staring up at the ceiling with Aspen's new book on my chest. Everything around me has the faintest trace of Aspen's perfume, along with the ever-present smell of coffee. The blanket, the sheets, the pillows, all of it. I wonder what her perfume smells like. Oh, I wonder what her perfume smells like. Oh, I'm thinking about that now. Oh, I'm thinking about that now. Even out of the room, her presence is all-encompassing. From the bathroom over the sound of the running shower, I can hear Aspen singing something to herself. I wonder if she knows I can hear her. Ahriman, you. No, hey, no, I'm Miho. I'm Miho. I'm Mimo. I'm Mimo! I'm not a perv. I'm Mimo. Mimo. Oh, hi. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi, yes, you came to say hi. Catryman, everyone, Catryman's here. Catryman's here. Say hi, guys. Hey, say hi to Catryman, please. He's right here. He's right here. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey, you. Say hi. Meow. Hey, don't run away. Don't. No. I wonder if you guys actually heard him. I hope he was purring. I hope you could hear him like sniff the microphone for a little bit there. He looks kind of peeved that I picked him up. Okay, let's from the bathroom over the sound of the running shower, I can hear Aspen singing something to herself. I wonder if she knows I can hear her. Or maybe she's doing it because she knows I can hear. Although her singing voice isn't the best, it's surprisingly clear and stable. I like listening to it just because it's hers. We need pics of Kitty. Maybe someday. Although I did send Topics and a kitty pic, so I don't know. Right when I'm about to sit up, one of Aspen's cats, I think it's Byron, hops up on the bed beside me. I expect him to run away as soon as he recognizes me, but to my surprise, he doesn't. He sniffs my ears and my tail, but then he cautiously nuzzles my face.
Aww. Hey, buddy.
I reach out to try to pet him, but that turns out to be too much, and he darts away.
Oh well, it's better than last time.
I move down to the floor with my back against the bed, settling the papers in my lap. They're stapled together at the top, but I'm afraid of tearing or damaging them. Even though I know Aspen could print another copy, there's something special about this one. It's the one she made just for me. I make sure there aren't any other cats around who might cause any issues, and then turn to the first page. In the middle of the forest was a grove, and in the middle of that grove was a log. It had been years since it had fallen, once one of the proudest trees around, and now in death was home to an abundance of life. It takes me a long time, probably longer than it should, to read through, but it's not just my slow pace with the words. It's also the memories that they call to mind. Hang on a minute. Let me look at something. Oh, so that's what it means. Okay. I need to read that later. It's also the memories that they call to mind. I can picture exactly what the log looks like. If I close my eyes, I can smell the damp grass and feel the breeze on my fur. Seeing Chongyin's words written out brings a lump to my throat. I carried them around in my head for so long, before I even understood them. Now, seeing them written down, they'll last forever. Some of the details are different from reality, and of course, Aspen's book doesn't use any names. But it's still my story. Back when I first met Aspen, I told her I didn't have any story to tell. Now, reading it back to myself, I can kind of see why she found it so interesting. Maybe there's always been more to me than I thought. Oh, Borelius! No head, Aspen! No head, Aspen! Eventually, Aspen emerges from the restroom, her hair still wet. Spotting the papers in my hand, she approaches with a smile.
Hey, no dripping.
Oops, good save.
I can't let my favorite book get ruined after all.
Favorite book?
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, I love it! 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 After putting the papers on the nightstand where they'll be safe, I stand up so I can give Aspen a hug.
I'm so glad. That makes it all worth it. I was worried I might get something wrong or forget an important part, but...
I cut her off by tapping a fingers to her lips.
It was perfect.
Kissing my finger, Aspen smiles.
It's what you deserve.
Aspen goes to dry her hair, and then bustles around finishing up her chores before returning to my side. Leaning against me, she yawns.
You should go take a nap.
Even without the yawning, it's clear that she needs rest, and hasn't been getting much. These two are so sweet, they're gonna give me diabetes. Right? Oh my god! Oh my god! They are so fucking cute! I love it! Ah! The way they talk to each other... Okay, I went red there for a sec. The way they talk to each other is just so sweet. I need to find other ways to say I love it without saying I love it, but I adore them. I adore them so much.
I can't nap. You're here. Besides, I haven't done any of my writing for the day.
I could hear you stifle a yawn, Aspen.
Wouldn't you be tired?
I haven't been not tired for years. And what about you?
What about me? I'm fine.
But if I'm asleep, then that's less time that I get to spend with you.
Oh, good point, good point.
We're still together. It'd be the same as if you were writing, right?
You have a point there.
I sit down in her desk chair, blocking off her computer and crossing my arms. Melodramatically sighing, she lays down on the bed but still faces me.
All right, all right. But only for half an hour or so. If I ever sleep, you better wake me up before you leave, alright?
Okay.
I have zero intentions of waking her up. She gives me a doubtful eye.
I mean it. No slipping out silently so you can let me sleep or any nonsense like that.
I won't. I promise.
Removing her... Ave Maria! Shit! Ah! Oh! Ah! Ah! Oh! Ah! 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 I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Oh! Removing her glasses and putting them on the nightstand, Aspen offers me one last smile.
Good.
Pulling the blankets up to her shoulders, she rolls over to face the wall. It doesn't even take a minute before I can hear the shift in her breathing. She's out like a light.
Just like on the phone.
Half an hour comes and goes while I watch videos on Aspen's computer and reread the book she wrote for me. Of course, she shows no sign of waking up anytime soon. Good. She needs a rest. I won't wake her up, but I won't break my promise either. Did you take a screenshot of it? Oh no. No. I'm gonna take a screenshot, but you did, right? No, I did. I actually... You know what? I could probably... You know what? Thank you for reminding me. And bam. Okay. Yeah. Did you see that? Yeah, I took a screenshot of it. Oh, yeah, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. You understand. You understand me. You understand. Yeah. I'll post a picture of it on the Discord later.
Just
Good. She needs the rest. I won't wake her up, but I won't break my promise either. It's simple. If I can't leave until she gets up, then I just won't go. Oh wait, that's a mascot character. Take another. Yeah. I entertain myself and time passes by. Byron the cat gets bold enough to try approaching me again, and Percy comes with him too. They sit down in unison near my feet.
here, kitties.
Holding out my hand, I stretch my fingers as far as possible. They stare for a moment before one of them and then the other gives a curious sniff. Just finally deciding I'm not a threat, they both rub against my leg, letting me scratch their backs. Their fur is soft and fluffy, like petting a pillow. They go back and forth around with each other, suddenly not able to get enough attention. Well, it's not like I don't know how that is. Night falls, and even I start to get tired too. Aspen hasn't moved at all, other than to toss and turn occasionally. I send a quick message to Juliet to tell her where I am, and then set my phone down next to Aspen's on her nightstand, beside the printed pages. It feels very normal, but in a good way. The little fox in her grove could never have dreamed of the things she'd see one day. Planes, phones, apartment buildings. All she knew of humans was a kind touch and a piece of paper. In some ways, that little fox never changed. Moving as carefully as I ever did in the middle of a heist, I flick off the lights, half expecting the sudden darkness to disturb Aspen. But she doesn't budge at all. Same goes for when I climb into bed beside her. I wrap my arms around Aspen, draping my tail across us both. These two are gonna kill me for real. I know! Bro! She moved slightly, and I cursed myself silently. I must not have been careful enough. Oops.
Miho?
Miho? Her voice is less than a whisper. It's barely a breath.
I'm here.
Mm.
Good.
Within seconds, she's asleep again. Oops. Oops. Lie. Before I myself drift off, there's a soft thump on the bed beside me, and then a second one. Something warm and fuzzy rests against my back, and then again near my legs. I crane my head to look at the cats. They're both curled up into balls, paws near their face, just like their owner. Byron stares at me in the dark, probably wondering why I'm looking at him. Deciding he doesn't care, he closes his eyes like Percy and Aspen. Feeling more content than I can ever remember, I shut my eyes as well, and drift off into sleep. Oh, you know what? Wait, I need to go back. 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 Oops. Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did I break it? Did I break it? Uh-oh. Hmm? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoops. Oh my god, look at that! Oh, shit. Is this a good place to end up? I have no idea. Wait a minute. 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 Oops. Oops. I have no idea. But the music's not helping at all. Okay, well, yeah. I don't know if I can keep playing like this with a straight face. Oops, yeah, a little bit of an oopsie happened. I think I actually glitched the game. Just a little bit. There we go, I took a screenshot of it. But, with that, I think this might be a good place to end. Yeah. So, I do have... right, whoops. So, yeah, I do have an announcement to make. And it's about the, it's about tomorrow. Because I have a couple streams planned. Woo! So, tomorrow, excluding any gorillas, because I have nothing else planned, we're going to have a karaoke in the afternoon, and then we are going to have a Portal Club with none other than the lovely Reaper, Akashi Kumo. Yeah, so we're going to be finishing up Portal 2. So yeah, karaoke, Portal 2. Keep your eyes out for any gorilla things going on. I'll make a waiting room I'll make a waiting room after I brew some coffee. But at the end of the Portal 2 collab, there will be a couple of announcements. Well, I'd kind of have to say an announcement and a teaser. So that'll be fun. So, we are reaching the end of Miyamomon's arc. Yeah. So, we're getting very close to the end. I'd wonder what we would do about finding a replacement for Please Be Happy if this were the end. We are going to do a little bit more with Please Be Happy after we're done with Aspen's Route, which is hopefully going to finish within the next 2 weeks, maybe. But, yeah, I want to finish with Please Be Happy within the next few weeks, and you'll see why tomorrow. So, with that, This has been your Demon King of Heretics, Ahriman le Méchant, presently Nemoman le Méchant. So, I bid you all a good day, a good afternoon, or a good night, wherever you are. Bye now. Bye, man. I'll try to have VTube Studio working. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for dropping by, Double Red. Hope you all have a good day. Bye-bye now. Bye, man.